What if I told you that a thief can steal your car in under 30 seconds, using nothing but a USB cable? No lockpick, no hot wiring. Just the charging cable sitting in your cup holder. Today we're breaking down the 10 most stolen vehicles in America right now and who's targeting them, exactly how it's done, and what you can actually do to stop it. Because car theft isn't what it used to be. It's no longer just a guy with a slim gym in a dark parking lot. We're talking viral TikTok trends, military-grade signal hacking, and organized crime rings shipping your truck overseas before sunrise. So let's get into it. Starting with numbers 1 and 2, the Hyundai Elantra and the Hyundai Sonata. These two are the poster children of one of the strangest theft trends in recent history, known as the Kia Boys. It started on TikTok, where teenagers were teaching each other how to steal these cars. Not for profit, not for parts. Just for the video, just for the clout. Hyundai models built between 2011 and 2021 were shipped without a factory electronic immobilizer. That's the standard security chip that's been inside most cars for decades. Without it, the ignition is completely unprotected. A thief breaks the back window, peels the plastic cover off the steering column, and uses the metal tip of a USB cable as a makeshift key to physically crank the ignition. Start to finish, about 30 seconds. The fix is actually free. Go to your Hyundai dealership and ask for the anti-theft software update. It reprograms the car so the key fob has to physically unlock the doors before the engine will even think about starting. And while you're at it, put a visible steering wheel lock on there, something like the club. These thieves are hunting for a quick grab. The moment they see that lock through the window, they will move on. Coming in at number 3 is the Chevy Silverado, and this is where we shift from teenagers to organized crime. Full-size trucks hold their value like almost nothing else on the road, and their components, massive engines, tailgates, catalytic converters, are worth thousands on the black market. Some get stripped in chop shops within hours. Others get loaded onto shipping containers and sent overseas whole. The methods here are far more sophisticated. The first is called a relay attack. 2 thieves, 2 devices. One person stands near your house and captures the signal from your key fob sitting on the kitchen counter. The other stands next to your truck in the driveway. The device bounces that signal wirelessly, and your truck thinks you're standing right there, so it unlocks. No broken glass, no noise. Your neighbors see absolutely nothing. The second method, they break the window, plug a key programmer tablet into the OBD2 diagnostic port under the dashboard, and within 2 minutes they've cloned a brand new working key fob. Then they drive away clean. To fight relay attacks, keep your fobs in a Faraday pouch, a signal blocking sleeve that costs about $10. To stop the OBD hack, you can buy a metal lockbox that physically bolts over the port so nothing can plug into it. Number 4 is the Honda Accord, and it has a slightly different story. The Accord isn't always stolen as a whole car, and it's often picked apart. It's one of the most common vehicles in America, which means there's a massive black market for its pieces. Thieves hunt these cars specifically for their catalytic converters, their rims, and above all, their airbags, which shady repair shops will pay between $500 and $1,000 for. The airbag theft is what gets people. A thief can smash your window, unscrew the steering wheel cover, and rip out the entire airbag module in under 40 seconds, without ever touching the ignition. The car sits there, looks untouched from the outside, and the airbag is gone before you wake up. Older models also fall victim to what are called shaved keys, worn-down blanks that exploit degraded ignition tumblers in high-mileage cars. For modern Accords, use a Faraday pouch for the fob. For the airbag, get a heavy-duty steering wheel lock that physically covers the center of the wheel, making it impossible to access the module underneath. Number 5, the Kia Optima. Same vulnerability as the Hyundais. No factory immobilizer, same USB cable trick, same wave of TikTok-fueled theft. The solution is the same too. Visit your Kia dealership for the free software patch. And if your specific year doesn't qualify for the update, Kia has been offering free steering wheel locks or reimbursing owners for aftermarket alarm installation. It's worth a phone call to find out what you're entitled to. The Honda Civic lands at number 6, and like the Accord, its problem is how common it is. Parts are worth more than the hassle of stealing the whole thing. Civic airbags in particular are notorious for disappearing overnight right out of parked cars. Newer push-to-start models get hit with relay attacks. Older ones fall to shaved keys. And in the worst cases, chop shops will completely dismantle a Civic down to its bare frame within a few hours. If at all possible, park inside a garage. If that's not an option, consider an aftermarket kill switch. a hidden switch installed by an electrician that has to be flipped before the car will start. Thieves who rely on speed have no way of knowing it's there, and when the car doesn't start, they leave. Number 7 is the Kia Soul, another casualty of the Kia Boys trend. Base models before 2022. Same missing immobilizer, same method. The dealership software update and a visible steering wheel lock are your best friends here. And this is worth repeating. These thieves are not problem solvers. They are looking for the fastest, easiest target on the block. A steering wheel lock in plain sight is often all it takes to make them walk right past your car. At number 8, the Ford F-150, the best-selling vehicle in America for decades straight. That popularity is precisely why it's targeted so aggressively. There is an endless demand for its parts, especially tailgates, which get stolen constantly even without taking the rest of the truck. Organized theft rings prize the F-150 highly, and like the Silverado, relay attacks and OBD port key cloning are the go-to methods. But there's an added threat unique to trucks: catalytic converter theft. Because the F-150 sits high off the ground, a thief can easily slide underneath with a battery-powered saw and cut the converter off in minutes. The defense is a catalytic converter shield, a metal plate that bolts directly to the undercarriage and makes it physically difficult to reach the exhaust system. Combine that with a Faraday pouch and an OBD port lock, and you've covered all 3 angles. Number 9, the Kia Forte, the last of the Kia Boys targets on the list. Smashed window, peeled column, USB cable in the ignition. You know the pattern by now. One thing worth noting here: the broken window often ends up costing more out of pocket than the actual damage to the car. A steering wheel lock that stops a thief from even attempting the break-in is genuinely worth every cent. And finally, number 10, the Toyota Camry. Toyotas are legendary for lasting forever, and that means there's a constant demand for second-hand parts keeping old ones on the road. But the Camry brings something new to this list: the most sophisticated theft method we've seen yet, called CAN bus injection. Here's how it works. Every system in your car communicates through an internal network called the CAN bus. Thieves discovered they can tap directly into that network through the wiring behind the headlights. They pull away the front bumper, plug a custom hacking device into the headlight harness, and send a forged signal through the network telling the car that a valid key is present. The doors unlock, the engine starts, no fob, no break-in, no trace. And here's what makes this one genuinely unsettling: a Faraday bag does absolutely nothing. The attack bypasses the key fob entirely. It never even comes into the picture. The best defense is an aftermarket ghost immobilizer installed by a qualified auto electrician. It requires you to press a specific sequence of buttons on your steering wheel or dashboard before the car will shift into gear. The CAN bus hack has no way to know that sequence. The car simply refuses to move. So here's the takeaway: car theft in 2026 is faster, smarter, but almost every attack on this list has a direct countermeasure, and most of them are cheaper than a single parking ticket. A free software update at the dealership, a $10 Faraday pouch, a steering wheel lock that takes 5 seconds to put on. Sometimes that's genuinely all it takes to make a thief skip your car and move on to the next one. If this video helped, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And drop a comment below and let us know what you drive and whether you're going to make any of these changes. Stay safe out there.